Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mayo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today's video is all about how to make, where to get, what to sell on, and can you sell it yourself? Patterns. I didn't originally plan on making this video. I thought to myself, if someone wants to know how to sell digital paper packs or seamless patterns as a digital file on Etsy, there's a tutorial about that. If someone wants to sell, patterns using the Redbubble multiply or duplicate option, the repeat option, I have a lot of tutorials about that. If someone makes a really nice abstract design and wants to learn how to turn it into a seamless patterns, there are tutorials about that in this channel as well, and so many others. But I have been getting this question so much. I have been getting DMs about it so much. If I can just take one video and put all the information that I can in this video, including, where to find stuff or how to do certain stuff. So not a tutorial, obviously, on how to make seamless patterns on every software and a full tutorial how to sell it everywhere, but sort of this one video that you can check in with to see, okay, I can get patterns here. Okay, I can sell patterns there, and then focus yourself later on. So because this video is sort of, a very informative video about multiple niches within the pattern niche, there will be a lot of links down below in the description mentioned throughout this video. I'm pretty much going to put everything that I have relating to patterns in the description down below, and I hope that you guys will have fun. I know that I was planning to do this video and I thought to myself, how can I also make it fun? And the way for me to make it fun is also to show you all the print-on-demand items that I have here made with patterns, including several print-on-demand items that were not yet reviewed on this channel. So it's also kind of like a sneak peek into the future of product reviews in this channel, and I hope that you guys have fun. So in my head, I broke this video down to 4 topics. The first one would be, how to get or make seamless patterns. The second part is what to sell these patterns on. The third part is, can you sell a service of making a pattern or the actual patterns as a digital file, and where? And the fourth is showing you guys a lot of products with a lot of patterns, maybe just to get you inspired and get you kind of thinking what you can do with patterns with your own niches or with your own print-on-demand or digital download journey. But before we get started, I feel like there is one very important question we first need to ask ourselves. Dictionary defines pattern as a repeated decorative design, and that means a design that has a decorative element that repeats itself several times and creates, well, a pattern. But when we are talking about patterns mostly in print on demand, and especially when we're talking about the repetitive option, most of us are talking about seamless patterns. Seamless patterns are graphic elements usually sold around 3600 pixel by 3600 pixel, or 3000 by 3000, or 4000 by 4000 that are repeating themselves. And the way that they repeat themselves is basically you have a square, and there will be an element right at the center of the square that will be taken to the side of the square and complete itself on the other side. So if I were to duplicate that square multiple times, I will have this flowing pattern in front of me that looks just perfect together. And seamless patterns are amazing because they allow us to design a smaller piece of graphics and then repeat it on. Because if you had to design something that looks cool and repetitive, that is 16,000 by 16,000 pixels, you will probably go insane. But if you have a 4,000 by 4,000 pixels to design, it's a lot easier, and you can just duplicate it and duplicate it to create a larger print. So starting with our 4 main points of this video, with number 1, how to get seamless patterns. My favorite way to get seamless patterns is to make them myself, even though there are a lot of places to purchase seamless patterns, and I will be touching on that as well in a minute. But I personally like to make my patterns myself. I like making pattern using a software that you all probably know, which is Canva, and there were several tutorials about how I make patterns using Canva. Another program that I really love for making patterns is Procreate. It's been one of my favorite programs ever since I got my iPad. I seriously feel like Procreate changed the way I think about print on demand or on patterns or on pretty much anything. It's an amazing tool. I also make patterns either from abstract designs or enlarging my existing patterns on Procreate and Canva using Clip Studio Paint. And there was a tutorial about that, of course. And you can do these yourselves either with Canva, Procreate, Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, Affinity Designer, and a lot of other softwares. If you have a software that you are using and you're not sure how to make a pattern from it, all you have to do is go to YouTube, type in the name of that software program, and just click in how to make seamless patterns using Photoshop, for example. I wish I could help you guys with Photoshop, but Photoshop is beyond me. I am a Clip Studio Paint, Procreate, and Canva girl through and through. I recently also showed in this channel making patterns using a tool from Wow Pattern. This video was very much viewed. I was surprised at how many people are interested in patterns, and I think that's where we started the idea about talking about this. But most of the times when you're creating this seamless pattern within Wow Patterns, it's not going to create it seamless all the way. So while you might be able to create a seamless appeal of a pattern using Wow Patterns on a 5000 by 5000 pixel JPEG and use it on your products, that pattern on its own might not be seamless in its own edges. So I do have to say that when you are looking into how to make patterns or where to get patterns, you really do have to consider what you need them for. What is the end size that you need these patterns for? Now, if you have no design skills, you don't want to crack your brains with Canva on how to make seamless patterns, and you just want a stack of patterns ready to go to be used on products or anything else, or if you want someone to customize a pattern for you, there are several places where you can get that online, including Etsy, Creative Fabrica, and even Fiverr. And for this part, please excuse me, I need to open my computer. So, welcome to my computer. I'm here in the corner, and I'm right here on Etsy, and I typed in on the search seamless pattern. And I do have a lot of patterns here, and some of them come in a bundle. For example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is that 1? Let's check this out. We have here 5 JPEG files that are 12-inch by 12-inch, so that would mean 3600 pixel by 36, and you'll be getting these patterns. And I'm pretty sure that they're seamless because, as you can see here, this little sun on the corner has 2 of its beams sort of missing, and they continue on the other side. You can also see that they write down that this is a seamless pattern. We have a lot of other patterns that you can purchase, whether buying one pattern for a lot of money. Let's check out why this is $7.50. Not complaining, by the way. Everybody has their own. Oh my god, this pattern looks insane. And I love it. And I'm trying to see, for example, if this pattern is something that you could use for commercial purposes. So it does say can be used for personal use and limited commercial use. A business with more than 2 full-time employees must purchase an extended license, and they are saying don't put it up on print-on-demand websites. So this is not for commercial purposes. We have a lot of other patterns here that you can get for commercial purposes. And actually, we also have a lot of copyright violations within the pattern world. I've seen it so many times on Etsy that it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind that every time I want to make a video that includes Etsy, no matter what I type in, I'm going to see copyright violation and I'm going to get pissed off. So I'm going to try to avoid the seamless princesses of Disney here and all of the other, oh wow, it's really hard to ignore. And check out some of the other patterns that we have here in all colors, with all shapes, infringing and not infringing, and in all different styles. So it's a world of patterns that you can try and get for commercial purposes. But if you don't want to break your brains trying to figure out exactly what you can and cannot do with every single pattern that you see here, and just want to get some cool patterns for commercial purposes, go to Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica is a huge marketplace with over 4 million fonts and pieces of graphics, most of which are for commercial purposes, and a lot of them are also for print on demand, so you can use them as is. Creative Fabrica membership is around $29 a month with 2 special discounts for viewers of this channel. 1, you get your first month for only $1, and 2, 35% lifetime discount on the renewable membership. And as long as you renew the membership, you can use as many of the items for print on demand as you want. And I went here, I typed in patterns, and I put in that I want graphics, and I want only things that are licensed for print on demand because I don't want to, see a pattern that I won't be able to use. And I'm looking at this here, and I love the camouflage ones. I love them. I literally have leggings with something that looks just like this in the room, and I forgot to bring it for the show and tell. But I do like, what is my health? Teeth patterns. Oh, wow. I am excited. This is so cool. And as you can see here, people use it for so many different purposes that are not just print on demand, but this is just, this is precious, precious, precious. We also have here so many bundles and so many different styles, from vivid clip art and popping art to themed items for baby boy and baby girl. We also have a lot of floral designs that I really do adore. I think that they're adorable. These look really, really good, guys. And with these patterns, for example, here, you're getting a 12 by 12 inch file, 14 different JPEG files, and EPS vector file containing the pattern swatches and original artwork, which is also a cool thing. We also have here retro vector patterns, I'm guessing from the same person because it appeared here on this side, the same designer, with 12 different patterns. And this also looks pretty, pretty dope. And you can pretty much find patterns in every possible color with every possible theme on it. So let's just say I'm really into ducks. Let's give it a go. It's gonna be funny if I'm not gonna find it. Oh, thank God. Duck pattern, print on demand. And let's see what we have here. We have these ducks, we have these ducks, we have these ducks. It's pretty, pretty cool. But let's say I'm looking at this and most of these are not patterns anymore, and I feel like I need something extra. I feel like there is something that I really want to do, something that I really want to create, but I don't know how to do this pattern myself. I have an idea in my head. Maybe I doodled it on a piece of paper, and I literally need someone to talk to describe what I want to, and to get me that pattern. So what I did was go to Fiverr and literally search for people to do pattern design for me. And I did this a few weeks ago, and I actually paid 3 people on Fiverr to design patterns for me, and I'll show you the results in just a minute. So we do have here people who can design for you patterns. We have here $15 per pattern, $35 per pattern, $25 per pattern, $30, $15, $20, $30, $10, $20, and as you can see, so many of them, and so in such a variety of prices. I want to try to find a very expensive one. Ooh, starting from $155 to create professional patterns. And if any of you are looking at this pattern saying, I can do this pattern myself, well, you can also sell it on Fiverr, and we'll get to that at the third part of this video. But this is pretty cool. That person is making patterns for such an enormous amount of money, and they have, for this specific gig, 16 5-star reviews. That doesn't mean that 16 people paid this amount of money. That means that 16 people paid and left a review. And that's pretty awesome. We have the basic with 3 detailed elements, a few small, simple mockups, fabric wrapping paper. We also have standard with 5 elements, again, 1 pattern for $255, and a premium one for $355. This person is making a lot of money from making patterns. And of course, you know, you don't have to invest all that money if you don't have it. So I went ahead and found 3 people on Fiverr to design patterns for me. I got gigs for $10 per pattern, which comes up to about $14.50 once you include all the things in it, like all the fees. One of which I asked to design for me a 4,000 by 4,000 pixel something with hot air balloons. I think I should have requested the balloons to be a bit more attractive. They kind of look depressing, but hey, I was very vague with my instructions. The second person I actually asked to make me a Slovak pattern. I sent her an image for reference from a graffiti in some village in Slovakia. We were really into trying to do this for Misha's family. So this one was actually, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, this was worth the $14 I paid for it, because I tried to do the same pattern myself on Procreate. I did do it, and it only took me an hour and a half. So for me to pay someone else $14, or that person gets 8, Fiverr gets the rest, guys. For me to pay someone else to do this, and it cost me $14, $15 to pay someone else to save me an hour and a half, I'm good. It's all up to, you know, what you guys want to do and what you think your time is worth. I also got this pattern from someone that I asked for, a puzzle pattern, I thought it was rather basic. I also got it with some mockups, like they show me how it's gonna look on a fabric. And I thought it was kind of nice, even though my biggest win from this was this pattern. And I'm not just saying go to Fiverr to find people to make patterns from you. I'm also showing you what people deliver for that amount of money for you to be able to think, can I sell patterns myself? And I do want to get back to Creative Fabrica for a second when it comes to making patterns, because I currently have 5 classes on the Creative Fabrica platform, and one of them is all about how to make seamless patterns and also how to use them. We kind of have here how to use them on Printful, as well as the tiling effect on Canva and other products here. It's one of my most viewed classes because from 10th of May till 31st of May, it's completely free. All my classes at the moment of this video are free for all of the people who are members of Creative Fabrica, but if you're not a member yet, my seamless pattern class is available for you guys for free until May 31st. I will leave a link to that one down below in the description so you can go ahead and check it out. Another interesting place where you can find seamless patterns and patterns in general is our bundle box on maketribe.com. So every month I release a box, sort of a box, it's a digital box of several things that I've been working on throughout the month, and you guys can get that box for some price. I think this was the most expensive bundle box for $6. And it included several patterns, several designs, well, a lot of different patterns. Not all of them are seamless, but all of them are super, super fun. And you can go ahead and check out the bundle boxes in a link down below in the description. But I feel like this part, when we're talking about where to get some of your seamless patterns, if we're talking about Creative Fabrica, if we're talking about Etsy, if we're talking about making it yourself with Canva, with Procreate, if we're talking about checking out the bundle box or going to Fiverr to get a personalized pattern that is just what you wanted, only you have it and you can use it for commercial purposes, now it's about time that we talk about what are you supposed to do with patterns? So I had to make myself bigger again to present the thing that I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know, which is print on demand. For those of you who are somehow in this video not knowing what print on demand is, print on demand is, well, pretty much what it sounds like. You design something using a third-party supplier or company, and whenever someone orders it, it will be printed. So it's printed on demand. You have marketplaces doing it like Redbubble, Society6, TeePublic, as well as suppliers that sell print-on-demand items that let you integrate their system with Etsy, Shopify, WooCommerce, and you can sell these items on your own platforms, and whenever a client purchases something, the company, the marketplace, will print this product and ship it to the client. You don't have to do anything. Now, when we're talking about print on demand, when it comes to seamless patterns, I feel like a lot of people are already thinking about big products. We're talking fabrics, we're talking shower curtains, we're talking huge duffel bags and bed sheets and huge, huge items. But the fact is that even small items could look pretty awesome with seamless patterns. Even small items like mugs and tote bags and phone cases could look really cool with a seamless pattern on it if that seamless pattern is something that people like, that has to do with a hobby, that has to do with a special occasion, or just has a relaxing and aesthetically pleasing color palette. When it comes to selling seamless patterns on print-on-demand items, we have 3 types of companies or design systems. We have the systems that allow us to instantly turn a seamless pattern into a full design, to expand it, or basically to multiply it within the system. We have this on the marketplace Redbubble, as well as on the marketplace Zazzle, as well as on Printful. So you can pretty much duplicate something forever just by hitting the repeat button on their system. That's pretty cool. The second type of marketplace or supplier that we have that allow us to work with seamless pattern are suppliers that have a design tool that allows you to layer up. They do not necessarily have a repeat pattern option. And for example, if I take Art of Wear, they don't have the option to instantly click on a button and multiply that pattern. But you can put in a square and you can duplicate that and put another square next to it and another square next to it, and they all click together because that's how their system works. And if any of you find this little vague description kind of familiar, it's because we literally showed it in a video on this channel how that process works, and I will leave a link to that one down below in the description. There are many links in the description, guys. Many links. People use seamless patterns to sell products you might not have thought about when you started watching this video, because while I will need a seamless pattern to design this huge blanket on Redbubble, I can also take that really cool pattern, seamless pattern, multiply it, and sell it on a KDP notebook cover. I can also sell it on an apron. I can also sell patterns on mugs, and even though that mug is very small, the pattern still looks pretty cool. The third type of platform is a platform that doesn't have the option for a repeat button, and that doesn't mean you cannot sell patterns there. I mean, we don't have the repeat button on Society6, we don't have the repeat button with so many suppliers, but you can take any seamless pattern and expand it or multiply it using other softwares, and it all depends on what is the size that you need the product to be on. For example, if I have a 4000 by 4000 pixel pattern and I want to create a 5000 by 5000 design, but repeat the pattern a little bit more, making it smaller, I can use Canva for that, and that will be awesome, because Canva allows me to design a 5000 by 5000 pixel design. If I did have a pattern that is, I don't know, 4000 by 4000 pixels, and I know that I need this to be on a product that is 6500 by 6500, I would probably use Procreate, because with Procreate I can get up to 7000 pixels without losing quality and working on my pattern. But if I want to make huge products, like for example for Society6, that some of their products are flat out like what? 16,000, 12,000 pixels. I will probably be using Clip Studio Paint to do that, and there was a full tutorial on how to take any pattern, seamless or not, and create a huge file on it using Clip Studio Paint, and there will be a link to that one down below in the description. I think that the biggest thing that people don't get when selling patterns for print on demand is, what will my keyword be? Because I keep seeing people on Redbubble, what is my keyword supposed to be? So first of all, if this is a bunny pattern, then your keyword is a bunny pattern. And if no one is looking for a bunny pattern on Redbubble, you're either in the wrong marketplace or you just have to market your own work. And the best way to market ourselves and to make sure that we optimize the money we're gonna get, the sales we're gonna get, and if people are gonna get more than one item from us, is to make sure we make our patterns in collections. We make our seamless patterns, or we purchase them in sort of matching colors, matching themes, and create a collection of patterns instead of just random pattern here and there. I do have a lot more to say on patterns, especially showing you guys some cool patterns in part 4, but we're moving to part 3 of this video, which is where to sell your patterns as digital files or as services. Okay, so we saw that you can purchase patterns on Etsy. We saw that you can purchase patterns on Creative Fabrica. We saw that you can buy from people a pattern that they will make just for you, and I'm selling you my patterns on my PayHip store. So these are the places where you can sell these on. You can sell seamless patterns on platforms like Etsy, for example, for people to use for either personal or commercial use. There was a full video on how to sell digital paper packs on Etsy, and while it might not seem related to what we're talking about now, because we are talking about seamless patterns, in that video I was also referring to seamless patterns as well as the whole commercial or personal kind of aspect, and I really recommend that video for people who want to sell their patterns on Etsy. Another platform you can sell your patterns on is on Creative Fabrica. Now, unlike Etsy, when you have a price that you give people and you have your own license and you pretty much design everything to fit yourself, Creative Fabrica offers its sellers a bit of a different incentive. Since a lot of people can come in and download your patterns or any digital product you put on there within the subscription. There was not a video on how to sell on Creative Fabrica on this channel yet. Please let me know if you guys want me to have another chat with Creative Fabrica people. They're pretty cool, and give you guys a full tutorial on how to sell on Creative Fabrica and how their commission work. Feel free to ask for that in the comments section down below. If you have your own patterns and you made your own patterns and you want to sell them, but you don't want to sell them on a marketplace, you want to market your own, you want to have your own space, or you want to sell them on a marketplace but also on your own, you can do that using any kind of online shopping platform. You can sell digital downloads of any kind using WooCommerce, using Shopify, and using PayHip. PayHip is my personal favorite, and our website, madetribe.com, is actually built on PayHip. So all my products are there, You can have a full blog on there. You can do so many cool things like embed a video in the middle of a page. And I even did my links page using PayHip. And there was a video about that as well. And if you guys want to know more about how to sell on PayHip, there were several videos on that. They were not about selling digital paper packs or patterns. They were about things like coloring pages. But the process of setting up the shop is the same. And I will leave a link to PayHip, how to sell on PayHip, down below. You can also sell on Shopify digital download items. There was a video about that, even though I don't know if I would recommend that to someone to start with, because Shopify starts with $29 a month and PayHip is free. Other people are also using platforms like Gumroad to sell their printables, whether they are digital downloads, paper packs, or any type of digital item. And I have not yet done a Gumroad tutorial. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I just realized I haven't done it yet. I have it written on my to film list for about 3 months. So sorry, guys. But I do believe that on top of you being able to sell these patterns on Etsy, on Creative Fabrica, or on your own platform, if you feel like you're professional with your pattern making, and it's not just that you are creative and you're able to make these collections and sets and sell them on platforms, but maybe you're also able to get a little bit of guidance or instructions on how to make a pattern, then I really recommend that you check out Fiverr and sell on Fiverr. There were not many videos here on Fiverr, even though Fiverr has been a huge part of my online journey, and I was level 2 seller up until I think a few days ago, because I have not been operational on Fiverr for over a year. But I was using Fiverr for so many things, and it's one of my favorite platforms to sell services online. The platform works a bit weird to some people because for every $5 that you charge someone, Fiverr takes $1 away. But the platform does give you a lot of traffic, especially if you already started selling. And if you progress and do a good job and start selling more and more and more, then sales pretty much won't stop coming. When I made it to be level 2, I would get 10, 12 gigs a day. People would order 10, 12 a day, and I would actually have to put myself on vacation mode constantly because I got too much work. If you guys want to get some tips on how to get better at selling on Fiverr, there was a very old video that I did about that, but it pretty much still applies to this day. I do have to mention the fact that when you are selling on Fiverr, you're gonna have to work on the times that people ask you. You're gonna have to be available for clients to contact you on the Fiverr platform. You're not allowed to take the clients outside of Fiverr, and you are gonna pay that 20% commission to Fiverr for each and every sale. But if this is something that you can start with, selling for $5, for $10, just to get some clients on the start, showing off the patterns you already made. If you're talented in this, this could be a really good way to make money from patterns like now. Now, we are stepping into the fourth part of this video, which is show and tell. But before we do that, I would like to ask from you guys that if you like this video or found this content useful, please hit the like button down below, because every time you do, it really does help my channel. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. So, for our show and tell today, I have here my llama. And yes, this is not a seamless pattern, but this is. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this heart is this heart is this heart. They're all just repeating themselves behind this llama. So what I did here is take a seamless pattern that I did using Canva and placed it behind a featured element in the center. It was yesterday that I shared with you guys this printful bag that is made from a seamless pattern that I literally did in a tutorial on retro designs. And I love this bag so much, even though it's really, really small and doesn't fit a lot of my stuff. I mean, it's very narrow, but we talked about this yesterday. This shirt that I've been wearing for a lot of my videos is not something that I did, but I do want you to get this and realize that this is a pattern. By the way, this is from Next. I'm pretty sure that everybody knows them. And this is a seamless pattern. It's a seamless plaid pattern with several very simple colors. And I can't believe no one is talking about plaids anymore. Is that like not cool now? And what I have here is my huge printful duffel bag filled with patterns. And as I said, some of them were not yet shown on this channel. Something is making a lot of noise. Okay. This is not print on demand. It's a bag I got from Chiang Mai with an insane pattern. I'm really looking into trying to duplicate this. I think I want to do like a pattern challenge in our group. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Like everyone should take a photo of a pattern and then try to recreate it, because I think that I could really recreate this from Procreate. That's why it's here, to remind me. And another thing that I have here is something that the early viewers of this channel know, is my Slothycorn pouch from Redbubble, which has a seamless pattern on it. So this Slothycorn is just this one is the one up here. You can't really see it repeating itself that much because it's a very small surface, but it was really, really cool to design it, especially combining it with different floral elements in the same colors as my Slothycorn, which by the way is a sloth and a unicorn, for those of you who didn't get it. I also have here sneakers that were not yet reviewed in this channel and will be reviewed in the next few days or weeks, that contain 2 different seamless patterns that I did using Procreate. Now, this is another product that will be reviewed later in this channel. And I don't know, guys, if you remember like what happened like 20 minutes ago when I showed you something that I ordered on Fiverr, like a Slovak pattern. So I actually did another one similar to that one myself with some Slovak birds, and it's on a phone case. So yes, this is a pattern. It was also on a bag. We sent it as a gift to Misha's mom and sister, I think on a bag and on a mug. And for me on this little phone case. Also on a tote bag now that I think about it, but I just can't find it. So many patterns. I also have here a printful skater dress made from a pattern that you might recognize if you watched my hoodie video, because I made this crazy hoodie and another crazy hoodie using Printful, and it's an all-over print hoodie that I put in my pattern over here and made a full dress from that pattern. I actually even ordered fabrics from that pattern. I can't wait to open it up with you guys and review them because it's pretty cool. Another product that is yet to be reviewed is the same design. What's wrong with me in this design? I feel like our entire house is going to be like a blue jungle. And this is on a shower curtain, and I think I should really review that shower curtain soon, because our shower curtain in the bathroom doesn't look that good. I mean, I think it's done its part and we need a new one. So I might as well get started. Another product that you will see in the next few weeks is this pattern that I got from Misho, combining elements in a seamless pattern of things that he like biking and a van and mountains, and I like pink, so there's also a big tree here. But that's another cool way to use patterns, as well as my favorite blanket in the world from Printailor, the print-on-demand ghost. I really wish they wouldn't stop working anymore. This is the best blanket I ever had, and I love it so much. And I'm so sad. And I'm drifting off. And I placed all of these in this Printful duffel bag that is also a huge seamless pattern on its own. So I don't know if you guys learned anything from this video. I do know that, again, as I said at the beginning, it felt kind of weird for me to make a video that seemed so basic, that combines pretty much everything about patterns. Other than putting a pattern in the center of a t-shirt that is not all over, I really don't see any product that won't look good with a pattern. People even sometimes buy pattern stickers. We're talking about so many products that can be designed with patterns, such as wallpaper and wall stickers. We're talking about blankets and shower curtains and actual living room curtains, as well as big pieces of wall art, tote bags, backpacks, any type of bag, mugs, phone cases, fabrics, even journals and notebooks. There are so many products that will look amazing with patterns, and I hope that at the end of this video, which is in 2 minutes from now, you would have learned where to get patterns if you can't make them yourself, or if you do know how to make them yourself, maybe you should sell them to other people that don't know how to do it, on top of print on demand and all that jazz. This is pretty much finished. This video is pretty much finished, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with our Zazzle part 3, how to open a store on Zazzle and how to upload products. We have a lot more videos coming up this week, as well as on Monday, a video where I will be answering all of your creative questions for International Creativity Day. There is a link down below in the description to a Google form where you can go in and submit your questions about print on demand, about printables, about me, if for some reason you find me interesting, and you can do that anonymously or leave your name. But with that being said, that was it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun, and as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!